Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you for coming this afternoon. Welcome to 50/50 Young, and thank you for coming to this evening to share in our Celebration of Excellence 2013 in the Toronto District School Board. My name is Curtis Ennis, and I'm superintendent in WR7, and we'll have with me my partner and MC, Rhoda Dickinson, will be your MCs this evening. Please stand with me for the playing of O Canada, and singing O Canada for us this evening will be Sasha Beckford and Natalie Smart, fusion finalists from Lester B. Pearson.
Joining us this evening are trustees and senior team members. I would ask that they please stand. Thank you. It takes a committed team to put an event like this together. Please join me in taking a moment to recognize the amazing work of this year's Excellence Awards Committee. This diverse group has come together to recognize excellence of individuals and groups across our system. We had many nominations that were submitted this year by students, parents, colleagues, community members, supervisors, and managers from every corner of the TDSB. Committee members, please stand. Let's give them a hand.
At this point, we invite Vice Chair Sean Chen to come to the stage and bring greetings from the board.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. That's better. How's everybody doing today? Good. It's such a wonderful pleasure to me here today to celebrate the wonderful accomplishments and achievements of our staff. And I want to first of all acknowledge my colleagues on the board who are here today, trustees Carrie Mahar, Goth, Soteropoulos, Rutka, Gershon, Laskin, Chadwick. And I am incredibly pleased to bring greetings on behalf of the board and our chair, Chris Bolton, who could not join us this evening. They say it takes a village to raise a child. And looking around the Toronto District School Board, we see each and every day the amazing accomplishments of our young people who are doing tremendous work in their communities, in their academic achievements. And it's not possible without the support and dedication that our staff provide each and every day to those students. 85% of our budget goes towards staffing, and that's a huge investment for us. And today we're here to celebrate the amazing contributions you have made. So on behalf of the Toronto District School Board, congratulations and a huge thank you for the amazing work that you do. Keep up the great work and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Chen. Now, Sasha Beckford and Natalie Smart will be performing an original song written by Sasha entitled Left Alone that earned them a finalist position in Fusion 2013. Thank you, Sasha and Natalie. This event firmly supports the TDSB's strategic directions. Tonight we recognize employees from every sector and every region of our system. Please welcome our director, Donna Kwan.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to welcome everyone to this wonderful evening of celebration and recognition for the continued excellence across our district. We have so many wonderful students that we serve each and every day, but behind every wonderful and outstanding student are a group of outstanding employees, 33,000 employees, and in this room we have some of the people in the room who have been nominated by your colleagues as demonstrating excellence. I am so proud to be in the room here with you. I know many of you and the work that you do and the nominations that have come across the district this year. We have 70 nominations, and tonight 22 recipients will be recognized by the board for the commitment to the children, for the innovation, for the work that you have done to make a difference for our students. So on behalf of our senior team, on behalf of our board, I thank you and I congratulate all of you. So welcome and have a great evening, and may tonight be an evening that you remember for what we do and why we do it and why it's important. You are making a difference, and for that I thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Kwan. This evening is all about acknowledging and celebrating excellence across our system. We will now begin the presentation for this year's awards. There will be a brief presentation to each recipient, and we will be honored to have our Associate Directors, Lou Vivugius and Jenling Chang. We're happy to have them with us this afternoon to help present the awards.
Our first award winner is Nadia Schklar. And I would like to invite Colin Pinkney up because he will speak about our award winner.
Well, good afternoon. I'm proud today to have the opportunity to recognize the efforts of Nadia Schklar here today. Nadia deserves to be publicly recognized, as much as I know she hates it, because she exemplifies all the positive attributes the Toronto District School Board wants to highlight and share with the citizens of Toronto. Luckily for me, she is the office administrator at Lambton Park Community School, a small inner-city school in the West End. Nadia is a big reason why our school has been dubbed a great little school by our parents. As the lone member of our office staff, Nadia does far more than could ever be put on a job description. She does everything she can for our students and staff with a high degree of caring and professionalism. From the moment that parents consider registering their child with our school or with our board, to the time that our students return having graduated from grade 8 or even beyond, every student comes back wanting to connect with Nadia. Her overt love of the children and her own high standards ensures that our office is a safe and happy place for everybody, even in the most trying of times. As Donna said, Nadia comes to work to make a difference. Her attitude of putting the students first at all times means that I hear phrases like, "Oh, don't worry about me taking a break. I love that child," are a common refrain when she's asked about possibly slowing down. Nadia appears to get re-energized by seeing the difference she makes for our kids with the lifelong lessons she imparts in both formal and informal roles and settings. Her belief that all children can learn is clear with every action she does. This year, with the teachers being on pause, Nadia's unique efforts to engage the children have reached even higher levels. Nadia knew that without her extra efforts, many of our kids would not have the chance to participate in unique opportunities in or out of the classroom or out of the school. In the fall, she led a gardening club for students that would otherwise never have a chance to work in a garden. She followed this with an enormous glee club more than half our students, for all of our aspiring young singers, which was only slightly less popular than our new Fun in the Gym Club that allowed older students to assume leadership roles with our younger students while they played cooperative games. Nadia also leads the Student Daily Announcement Team and our Yearbook Committee, which also, once again, challenges our junior students, who are the oldest students in our school, to assume roles of responsibility. Clearly, Nadia's daily actions come from her belief in equity and supporting those who need it most. Her family is the most important thing to her in her life, and her husband Bobby is here today. And as such, she understands the importance of supporting the children's families as well. Nadia uses her creative skills to problem solve for our students and their families in far too many ways for me to list. However, I will proudly share that as part of her genuine care for others, I can see that her passion for the children and their families has allowed her to learn about many other cultures and belief systems, which in turn has made her that much more successful in connecting with others. Hopefully by now it should be clear that Nadia is a most deserving award winner of the TDSB Award of Excellence. The school chair and the teacher that's in charge of the special ed at my school were keen to fill out the necessary paperwork. Nadia's work as an office administrator is outstanding. However, it's her flexibility, tenacity, creativity, and passion for the students that set her apart from all. And they make her a most popular figure in Lambton Park School and beyond. On behalf of the Toronto District School Board, Nadia, I am proud to thank you for your fantastic efforts and offer you the most sincere of congratulations as a recipient of the TDSB Award of Excellence.
And Jen-Ling Chang will be presenting the award to Nadia.
We invite our Associate Director, Jen-Ling Chang, to make the presentation for the TDSB Census Research Team.
I'm here on behalf of Executive Superintendent Ruler Anastasakos, who's not able to be here, but it's my great pleasure to recognize the Census Research Team for the outstanding work they've done. It is their efforts, not just this census, but the previous census, that have really brought opportunities, extra programs, and sources of funding that made a difference to our students. And it is through their hard work, not just developing data, but I think the census team has been out in the field talking about building the capacity in our school about the work and the impact of the work and why we really need to use those data in the best possible way to serve our students. Data by themselves do not serve a purpose. It's when they translate our data into action. And that, I think, is the best contribution where they help our staff, principals, superintendents, teachers, all educators to help translate our data into action. So it's a great honor for me to say congratulations, thank you for your contributions that made a difference right across the system for us. Thank you.
The team, please come up. Our next award winner is Carrie Peters, and I would like to invite Helen Funnell to please come forward and say a few words about Carrie.
Hi, good evening. There are many teachers who can make a difference in their own schools, but few can actually say that they make a difference in schools across the system and beyond. Carrie Peters is one teacher who can make this distinction. Carrie's passion and dedication to bring 21st century learning to the classroom and her commitment to experiential learning is why she is most deserving of a TDSB Excellence Award. Early in her career, Carrie recognized the need to utilize technology to engage students in their learning. She also recognized the importance of this occurring not only in her business classes, but also across the curriculum. Carrie worked on a proposal to bring a 21st century learning classroom and resources to Borden in order to promote this kind of learning in disciplines all across the school. Carrie now works as a lead teacher in developing this classroom and has worked diligently with her peers to develop new and innovative ways to assess and evaluate the learning that takes place in this classroom. As a result of her successes at Borden, she has been asked to develop and present professional development sessions throughout the board so that others may gain the knowledge and understanding of how to engage students and implement best practices in their schools. Carrie's focus and expertise on digital learning has served to make some fundamental gains in our school. When she arrived at Borden, many teachers struggled with changing technology and using it in the classroom to engage students was not happening regularly. Carrie led by example and opened her classroom to other teachers in the school and also in other schools to see how technology can be used as a tool to motivate and engage student learning. In addition to being a mentor for her peers and a demonstration classroom host for others in her subject area, Carrie has been asked to assist in organizing and presenting at workshops and conferences throughout the board. Most recently, Carrie had been asked to present at the Canadian Association of Principals Conference in Banff, Alberta, to an international audience regarding the digital learning that she has developed and led at Borden. In conclusion, Carrie Peters exemplifies the TDSB's strategic directions, and her commitment and dedication to the field of education is unparalleled. She is an inspiration to all of us who have the pleasure of working with her, and is most deserving of recognition at the board-wide level for her achievements and excellence in education.
Carrie, please come up.
At this time, I will call upon Superintendent Rhoda Dickinson to make the presentation for Pat Broderick. And as soon as the presenter has finished their remarks, recipients, you're kindly asked to come forward.
I have the honor this evening of speaking about Patricia Broderick, principal of Owen Public School. Pat is a visionary leader who has spent her entire career advocating for inclusive education so that all students can learn and participate in school life, regardless of their ability. She works tirelessly to foster a culture of inclusion at Owen, where everyone has a sense of belonging. This helps develop positive relationships and mutual respect among students. Pat is a dynamic leader and truly gifted when it comes to motivating staff and students. You can rarely find her in the office. She is regularly seen in classrooms working alongside teachers and students, outside at recess playing ball hockey or soccer, or after school at the bus sending the children off for the day. Her idea of inclusion is making sure that each and every student feels welcome and that their unique needs and learning styles are attended to and valued. Pat has always led by example. She continually questions who are the staff and students that we have not reached yet and why. She's quick to develop an action plan to meet those needs. It was Pat's innovative leadership that led to the widespread use of technology to assist students in their learning. She believes that every student who could benefit from technology should have access to it. This has inspired everyone at Owen to think differently about learning and teaching. Pat's efforts at building an inclusive school have been broadly recognized. All students at Owen have an enhanced appreciation of each child's unique gifts. Students without special needs have become ambassadors and have grown in their commitment to their own moral and ethical principles to become advocates for their friends who have special needs. Students, regardless of their abilities, have equal access to all extracurricular activities with the supports they need to succeed. One parent wrote about her son who has cerebral palsy. She states that Pat's big heart has melted everyone in her family. Under Pat's guidance, her son has become a responsible, brave, helpful, optimistic, and cheerful boy. He could never be the boy that he is today without Pat. Her big heart, dedication to work, compassion for students, and her endless efforts are greatly appreciated. Pat's passion for inclusion flows into the broader community. For the past 2 years, she has supported the local YMCA Strong Kids campaign. This is an annual fundraising campaign focused on raising much-needed resources to support YMCA programs that give kids the opportunities they need to live healthier, happier lives. Pat pledged to swim 100 laps to raise money to send kids to camp. Her team consisted of Owen students and families who came out on a Saturday to swim with her. And through Pat's involvement, Owen has raised over $7,000. Many students who attend Owen have directly benefited from this campaign. Pat is an inspiration to me because of her boundless energy and commitment to students. If I were to seek a definition of the word excellence, a picture of Pat would say it all. She's truly very deserving of the Excellence Award this year. Congratulations, Pat.
Rada was supposed to make this next invitation, but I knew I could beat her because she had to walk all the way around. This next presentation will be made by Bridget Hansen on behalf of Allison Pierce. Upon remarking that Allison was receiving an award this evening, some colleagues remarked that we don't know what we would do without her. And I think that sentiment runs right across our system. So Bridget, over to you.
Bonsoir tout le monde. I have the great pleasure this evening to present this award to Allison Pierce. I'm not going to tell you everything she's done for the board because most of you, as I realized in the room over there, know all the things that she does. And then there are things that you don't know, and maybe it's a good thing. But she just solves everybody's problems. So this evening, I'm going to say a personal thank you from the whole team, the FSL team in classical languages. I'm here tonight, but I'm going to speak for Sylvain. I'm going to speak for Kirsten, for Geneviève, for Paul, and for Liliana. We're talking from the heart, and we want to say thank you. We want to say thank you for being a fantastic model. You have taught us what it is to be a leader. You have taught us not only to look at everything by analyzing it, by discussing it, by questioning it, always to make it better. Thank you that you always find a solution to a problem, and you've been able to demonstrate to us how to do this by thinking outside of the box and being creative. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to be by an exemplary leader. The 6 of us have said over and over again that you are the best leader we've had the chance to work with. I would also like to thank you for the laughs, because there are many of those in room GL1 every Tuesday. In fact, most of the building that walks by say those French people are having way too much fun. Thank you also for making us look so good. You spend hours with us perfecting presentations, going through our resumes, going through assignments for AQ courses and principalship courses, and just always helping us be excellent. Thank you for giving us all the credit. Sometimes you say, oh, my team, this and that, and we look at each other and go, did we really? But really, it was all about you. You did it. And thank you for the trust, because although you lead us along the way to make sure that we are perfecting what we are doing, you then let go and trust us in doing the best job we can. We are overjoyed. I'm talking about the 6 of us, overjoyed that you are being recognized this evening. Because really, I'm sorry, John, you are the boss of French immersion. And it is your vision that has brought Toronto District School Board French programs as the largest in Ontario, that allows access to all students, fairness for everybody to learn French as a second language, and as well for other boards and the ministry to come to you for advice. So thank you for being such an amazing model for your team.
And thank you, Jianling Chang, for helping us with the presentations. Our next presenters, actually, it's another group from winners from the Rosedale and ESA finalists. They are called the Unemployed, and they will be doing a musical selection for us.
Hi, everybody. We're the Unemployed. I'm Ben. This is Austin. That's Glenn. This is another Ben, and that's Leo. First song that we're going to play is an original song. It's called Sleepy Hollow. Storm. Thanks for having us. Have a good night.
Thank you. The saying goes that if you do something that you truly love, then you never have to work another day in your life. Thanks to the unemployed. Thank you.
I would now like to acknowledge the Daily Bread Food Bank Weekly Community Luncheon group from Sir Robert Borden, and Anthony Hack will come forward to speak about that.
Thank you. I'm actually going to begin with a strange request. I know that we're nearing the end of the school year, but I'm actually going to ask you to think back to that first day of school and the excitement that comes with the first day of school. I know on a personal level, when I think about the beginning of school, I think about my 3 daughters and having to buy multiple pairs of shoes. Indoor shoes, outdoor shoes, basketball shoes, tennis shoes, shoes, foyers filled with shoes. But usually that first day, the kids are excited about going back to class and seeing their friends and having fun, and just a total feeling of just what lies ahead is so exciting. Unfortunately for Borden this year, our school year didn't get off to that start. It was actually very tragic. The mass shooting that took place at Danzig this year, this past July, was only 300 meters away from the school. And for the first little while, we were in the news every single day. Danzig community. And eventually that faded, though. The media was there, less present. They weren't there as often, and the stories were fewer and far between. However, the school stayed there, and the community was reeling. Our students were reeling, the staff was reeling, the community itself was reeling. And we really needed something to happen that would benefit students, our staff, and the community. Well, along came the Daily Bread Food Bank, and a great opportunity. The way this works is that every Friday, the Daily Bread Food Bank drops off a crate of food that has been donated to them. And then our food school gets together and says, what are we going to do with this food? What are we going to create? And they come up with a menu that they spend the next 3 days preparing. And it's not just them, it's the students that are involved. And they're coming up with great meals that they serve to the community every Wednesday between noon and 1 o'clock. And on average, we have between 40 and 60 clients from the community showing up on a weekly basis, meaning that we've served over 1,000 meals so far this year. And there really is a need. In fact, the capacity of our room is only 30, so we're spilling out into the halls, we're having to get tables out there, and we're making do. But every week I look forward to those guests showing up and meeting with them. And everybody is benefiting. The students are benefiting in terms of character development. They're getting to reach out to those that are less fortunate. They're honing their culinary skills. And they're seeing that their curriculum is actually really, really relevant. What they're doing is actually making a difference. The school is seen in a more positive light within the community. And the community itself, well, the guests, they're there, they each have their stories, and I've come to know a lot of them on an individual basis. And they've got challenges, and this bonding with the school is meeting their needs. I'm never going to forget the day around Valentine's Day when we actually had a special luncheon. And at the end of that luncheon, we were giving out $10 gift cards to the local grocery store. And I had a guest come back up to me and he thanked me. And then he thanked me again. And then he took my hand and thanked me again. And the sincerity in which he was saying thank you for what you're doing was unbelievable. And it was a $10 gift card to the local grocery store. And he said to me, I'm so appreciative. This week I get to buy bread, butter, and milk. And the things that we took for granted. And right there it just sort of resonated what a great program this is and what a great difference this is making. And the media picked up on that, and they came back. And the media started doing newspaper articles, and they started doing radio talks, and they started doing some TV clips, but I was always the one they wanted to talk to. And I found that was very unjust because I was there on a weekly basis getting to socialize with the clients, while behind the scenes I had a great group of people that were working with the students, working with the Daily Bread Food Bank, and truly making this happen. And they were not getting the credit that it was so deserved. And tonight we have the opportunity for me to step back and for them to step forward. And I'm so proud as a principal to be able to not only recognize a fantastic teacher, Kari, here today, but also to acknowledge a great group of people who are okay just standing back and watching a great thing unfold. And I am so proud of the program, and I am so proud of the individuals. Congratulations to Teresa, Fran, Gita, Katie, and Max. You guys have done a tremendous service to the community and to the school this year, and I am so appreciative of it. Please come forward and be recognized.
close of the ceremony this evening, we invite all the recipients to stay behind for some portraits. At this time, we'd like to invite David Hawker-Budlowski to come forward with a presentation for Richard Christie.
It's with great pride and an honor to share with all of you why Richard Christie is well deserving of this award, as he exemplifies excellence in the TDSB. For as long as I can remember, Richard has stayed true to his core beliefs and values and has shared these in every role that he has taken on. Richard began as a teacher, teaching a variety of students from kindergarten to grade 6, and then moved on to the Hillside Outdoor Education Center, and then later an assistant curriculum coordinator of outdoor education with the former Scarborough Board. After that, he became a program coordinator of ecological literacy and sustainable development, where he's led a team of board staff and external partners in the development and implementation of the famous TDSB Eco Schools program. While TDSB's flagship Eco Schools program encouraging leadership, it values teamwork. It focuses schools and offices to promote waste and energy minimization, build ecological literacy, green school grounds, and definitely build team capacity. Eco Schools continues to grow across our system, with more schools participating every year and being certified at higher levels. This has been used as a blueprint across Ontario for other boards in the province well beyond. Richard's holistic approach has been key to his success in organization building. Currently, Richard is the senior manager of the TDSB Sustainability Office. He oversees an interdisciplinary team of educators and technical staff in the Sustainability Office. In this role, he continues to build alliances among facility services and school-based staff. Richard reaches across departmental boundaries to identify common ground for seeking environmental and economic sustainability. His interest in both big picture and small details, his willingness to listen, equips him well to foster change that lasts. He is an immensely strategic problem solver. He championed the Are You Emptying Air campaign, getting schools to stop paying for tipping fees for unfilled garbage containers, reducing garbage, and increasing waste diversion through recycling and other means. By far the most innovative opportunity is now in the works and will continue to influence the TDSB, how the TDSB makes decisions about environmental stewardship and responsible leadership through the Environmental Legacy Fund, a fund created through cost savings generated through environmentally responsible practices and support initiatives such as greening the TDSB vehicle fleet, school ground greening maintenance, tree replacement projects, green building initiatives, solar roofs, and so much more. Stay tuned. Congratulations, Richard, on a very well-deserved award.
Our next award winner is John Curry, and I would like to invite Trustee Pamela Goff to come forward to speak about him.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm one of the trustees that has the pleasure of representing the TDSB on the Board of Health. So my recognition of health matters this year has been really heightened. And there's just a preliminary to say that there's some really important things that are happening right now with health, with children's health, and John Curry is part of that. At a moment in time when child obesity is at an all-time high, and when many children get more hours per week in front of a screen than they do exercise, at a moment in time when experts are warning about the impact of inactivity on the future health of Canada's children, There are educational leaders among us who are ahead of these issues and are making change happen. There are those among us who are not content to have schools to continue to run the way they've been run all along, who have a vision for the kind of school that offers a truly healthy environment for students to learn and grow in, both physically and emotionally, and who have the energy and the drive to make change happen. John Curry, the principal of James S. Bell Sports and Wellness Academy, is that kind of leader, and James S. Bell is that kind of school. Last spring, John was given the challenging assignment of opening James S. Bell as a brand new Sports and Wellness Academy in the fall of 2012. No one knew back then that by the end of the second week of school in September, major labor problems, originating, of course, at the provincial level, not at the local level, would interfere with the ability of public schools to offer sports and extracurricular events as they are normally offered, and that those labor problems would continue throughout much of the academic year. Well, as they say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And during what was perhaps one of the most difficult years in the last decade, John led his staff and students through a transformation that was nothing short of phenomenal. From school-wide spirit events, he organized the entire school into multi-age groups called houses so that the older children are now able to mentor the younger ones and encourage them in the things that they do. Healthy, active living has become one of the watchwords of the school. Every child in James S. Bell is encouraged to take part in some sort of wellness activity every day. Even the tiny little kindergartens do yoga and practice mindfulness. For many of the students at James S. Bell, the school's emphasis on balancing academics and wellness means they're able to enjoy school and maximize their ability to learn in a whole new way. I've watched John lead his school with enthusiasm and dedication for many years, but this year he has truly outdone himself. James S. Bell Sports and Wellness Academy has done things that no other school has done. They use the double gym for full school events that offered fun-filled physical challenges to the students. They use spin bikes to cycle the width of Canada. They use Stairmasters to climb the distance to the International Space Station, where they met up electronically with Commander Chris Hadfield. He tweeted to them, they tweeted to him, and when they were resting, they learned about space. James S. Bell is a school where every student is welcome and encouraged to learn in the way that he or she learns best. Parents have sent me out of the blue, and this almost never happens, they have sent me letters out of the blue singing his praises, and I just want to quote you very briefly one of those. She said, this is a parent, "I am just writing to let you know how wonderful James S. Bell is. I have 2 children who enrolled there this year. One has autism and the other has a severe learning disability. James S. Bell has done everything they can to help both children. It is like night and day in comparison to the school they came from. The physical activity has helped both of them focus. The idea of all children being in a different house promotes friendship and understanding and citizenship for the school. The principal and the vice principal make it their business to know and understand each child. My son with autism now enjoys school and shows no sign of frustration or anxiety as he did before." She went on to say, this is incredible, "I hope you will pass on this note of sheer joy to the school." Yes, I'll do that. "And I wish all the schools could be run like James S. Bell. I feel lucky to have found it." Isn't that an amazing thing to say? So it's been just truly inspiring for me to see John in action. And I just have to say this nomination was a real group effort. There were contributions from current staff, former staff, parents. All of them were praising his strength-based approach to leadership, his collaboration, his attentiveness to student needs, and his courage, energy, and stamina in leading the way in transforming his school to a sports and wellness academy despite many challenges. The TDSB is truly lucky to have a principal like John Curry, and I offer him my heartiest congratulations.
we invite Hamza Khan to come forward to make the presentation on behalf of the Kizuna project team from Malvern CI.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Hamza Khan. I'm a grade 12 student at Malvern Collegiate Institute. My classmate Jennifer Henderson asked me to speak on her behalf as she is sick today. On behalf of the participants of the 2013 Malvern Kizuna project, we nominated our school's 4 staff members, namely Ms. Pinard, Ms. Santos, Mr. Jones, and Ms. Lewis, for the TDSB's Excellent and Innovation Award in involving Malvern Collegiate with the Kizuna project. Kizuna is a Japanese word meaning bond. For the youth and all the participants, it means bonds of friendship between the 2 countries of Japan and Canada. The Kizuna project is a special initiative of the Japanese government to strengthen international bonds, to educate the youth about the effects of the March 11, 2011 earthquake and tsunami in Japan, and to gain insight about the reconstruction efforts. Our school was chosen as one of 4 schools across Canada to participate in this incredible project. 20 students, myself included, traveled to Japan this March 1st to the 13th and experienced homestays with Japanese students and their families. We reciprocated by providing homestays in our homes for Japanese students when they came to Toronto from March 19th to the 21st. A lot of time went into planning and the organization and implementation of this project. The 4 staff members who were nominated initiated and forged strong, effective Japan-Canada relationships and partnerships with the Japanese consulate in Toronto, UNESCO representatives in Ottawa and Japan, connected with many agencies such as the Japan Foundation, Canadian government officials, and many others. They ensured we obtained language training and accessed resources needed for student presentations that thoroughly prepared us for our trip of a lifetime. They provided input on some of the Japanese itineraries while in Toronto and prepared a budget for our trip. They accessed rich resources for us to extend our knowledge of Japanese culture. They coached us in preparing research and presentations about different aspects of Japan. These experiences allowed us to be confident for our departure, as well as develop our communication and leadership skills. The team went above and beyond preparing for the Kizuna project while balancing their schoolwork and their responsibilities. Despite their hectic schedules, they always updated us on program changes. All our parents were also kept closely informed of the details. When we arrived in Japan, Ms. Santos and Mr. Jones were amazing. They were highly organized and responsive to our questions. They encouraged us to explore and learn as much as we could. They helped us feel comfortable in a new and different environment. Ms. Bernard and Ms. Lewis worked many hours behind the scenes to make sure the program ran smoothly while we were in Japan. They ensured that certificates for all participants were correctly prepared, including working closely with parents in organizing the farewell reception for the Japanese delegation of 25. Without them, this program could not have been successful. The trip was a life-changing experience for all participants. It enabled us to form bonds with Japanese students, their families, and others that will last a lifetime. The Kizuna project enhanced our life experiences, enriched our knowledge of the world, and improved our leadership skills and adaptability. I cannot express how much the Kizuna project's team's hard work and efforts has changed our lives. Personally, I came back a different person, more confident of myself and my future. I am extremely proud and honored to be presenting them with this award, as I cannot think of 4 people who are more deserving. Congratulations, and thank you for everything you have done and continue to do for making a world of difference to our lives. It will never be forgotten. Thank you.
Our next award recipient is Carl Walker, and I would like to invite Gail Finnes Hall up to speak about him.
Good evening. It is an honor and a privilege to speak on behalf of the whole Bladen community. Our parents, our students, our neighbors who walk to our school and greet Doc on a daily basis. We all have Doc stories, and we all have learnings from Doc. And Doc, I know tonight I should call on you to tell the story. But Doc would say, just come and see. Doc demonstrates what an excellent leader is, what makes an excellent teacher, an excellent coach, an excellent student, and an excellent mentor. I am reminded every day in his daily messages that he shares with students of the book, Places Will Go. He is our Dr. Zeus. I would like to give you a vision of our head caretaker. He's fondly referred to as Doc and has been by everyone who has known him or had the pleasure of knowing him and working with him. To say that Doc goes beyond the parameters of his job description would be a tremendous understatement. Doc is so much to so many in our school and our community. He is an exemplary model for all of us in TDSB. Doc visits, drops into classrooms just to make sure we're all engaged, whether it's me in the classroom, the students, or the teachers. He reads with children. He gives words of encouragement. And you'll see him helping a budding engineer problem solve in the bridge that he might be constructing. His positive comments and inquisitive questions inspire the children to happily continue in their tasks. When a student has difficulty, Doc offers a quiet chat and an ear to listen. Doc coaches sports every day. In fact, today he coached at least 3 times and assists students who are struggling socially. He has an innate ability to find the teachable moment and take advantage of such moments to address life skills and build positive character traits with our neediest and most impressionable young people. He believes in everyone and never gives up. He's taught me and many others the importance of perseverance. That is why we're here today. Some special needs students need a calming hand. Doc is there to get down on one knee, look the student in the eye and say, I know you can settle yourself, so we can talk about your problem. I will listen. Doc instinctively knows when a child needs support, and he helps. When a child is feeling sad and needs a pat on the back, and he pats. He is far beyond our go-to person in the school. When you need something important, he is our soft place to land. Bladen School is spotless, if you've ever been. Doc arrives extra early in the morning. He stays late, seldom takes a break, never see him in his office unless he's eating a snack on the run. Doc's impact goes much beyond the walls of Bladen. He always has time for people. He brings a different perspective to the little children who are in our Bladen Community Daycare. You'll see him in there again on his knees, teaching checkers, chess, or other strategy games. He serves as an important liaison into our Bladen community. And that was my first introduction to Doc with the neighbor next door. He can be seen in his spare time carrying the groceries up the steps, clearing snow so it's a safe pathway in front of their sidewalk, or even cutting grass for the elderly. It's not, I knew I should have worn my glasses. It is not unusual to have neighbors arriving at our door with vegetables from their garden or fruits from their trees. They don't even have children at our school, and may never have had children at our school, because many of them go to the lovely separate board down the way. Coming into the school during the middle of the night in case of an emergency is part of Doc's job. But all of the above that I've mentioned, both the seen and the unseen that I couldn't include, is well over and above the things that he needs to do, but definitely sets him apart. The best of all is seeing Doc smiling broadly, as you'll see when he comes forward, as he takes a child's hand, walks her to her bus after school. She has Down syndrome and many developmental delays. But she knows that in Doc's eyes, she is a shining star, just by the way he always is happy to see her. He sets the bar high for me each day in everything I do, say, and think. When I think of Doc, the image of a very tall man walking down our school hallway, bent down so he can hold the hand of a very little girl who is happy, is imprinted on my mind. Both are proud and happy to be walking together. Doc, your interactions with children, parents, staff, and the community are magical. To all of us at Bladen, Doc is the doctor in the house. He doctors every day. He is in the program our head caretaker, but he is the caretaker of each and every one of us. He touches each of us and makes us feel special and unique. We know he really cares. On behalf of the TDSB, Bladen community, I'm more than proud and honored and humbled to thank you, Doc, and express my congratulations for the difference you make each day in the lives of children. And I know that there's a very special person in the audience, and that is Cecile Press, who was and still is a teacher at our school, but was his grade 3 teacher. And I can see the connection and the learning that they have shared on this journey, because philosophically there is a very common connection. But Doc, continue to do what you do, both seen and unseen. It shows that the power of one, the belief in the self, can carry us far. So congratulations and thank you.
Could I ask Cecile to come forward? I think you have to hand out this one last report card.
And thank you, Luva Vujos, for being part of our presentations. So tonight was a fantastic opportunity to highlight the work of so many outstanding staff and students across the board. Thank you to all the staff, students, parents, and community partners who made this evening possible. And congratulations to all of this year's award winners. Thank you for sharing tonight's celebration of excellence, and please enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you. A reminder to our award winners, Committee Room A for photos. Oh, sorry, we're going to remain here. Oh, thank you. Good job, Curtis.